Good morning, everyone. This is the sample answer that can assist you to achieve band 7 plus. Okay, let's see the first question. Examiner will ask you like, where do you live? So you have to respond this. Well, I live by myself in a studio flat which is situated on the outskirts of Vientiane. I have been living there for over 6 months. Although it's quite cramped, it has only one main bedroom, a small toilet and a tiny kitchen, but it's very conveniently located. It's just a stone's throw away from the supermarket, the coffee and the bus stop there, and my neighbors are very friendly. That's the end of question 1. Next question, what sport do you like? You have to respond like this. Well, broadly speaking, I would have said that I'm quite enthusiastic about ball games. To be more accurate, so I'm pretty passionate about football. This is due to the fact that it's exhilarating, fast-paced, and it is the best way to relieve stress. On top of that, so I'm also a big fan of water sports. To be more direct, so I'm fairly keen on kayaking. I find it challenging and I love to see the views along two sides of the rivers where I go kayaking. In fact, so I just went kayaking last week in Vang Vieng with a couple of friends, so it was amazing. Okay, that's question 2. Next question is, what types of home are popular in your country? Of course, it goes without saying there's quite an extensive diversity of homes in my country. Though I think the most prevalent would potentially be the villa. The thing with the villa is that it's substantial. So it usually has 3 or 4 bedrooms with spacious living rooms, 2 or 3 toilets, and the large kitchens, and it's also charming. Besides that, a second variety of homes in my country would be something like bungalow. The main characteristics of bungalow is that it's affordable. So people usually construct it by themselves. They just only purchase some necessary equipment and materials to build it. And naturally, there are things like thatched cottage, terrace house, detached house, flat, and so on also can be found in my country. If the examiner asks you to describe your hometown, you should respond like this. Well, as you probably can guess that, so I'm from the Champasak province, which is the province in the south of Laos. Although at the moment I reside in Vientiane for my work, if I had to describe Champasak, the first thing I should mention is that so it renowned for its landmarks and landscapes, like for instance the Wat Pho Temple, which is the World Heritage Site. So it lures tourists not only in the countries but also across the globe to visit it. And the Park Song Loop has full of spectacular sceneries and landscapes such as the That Phan waterfall, which is the highest waterfall in Laos. That Nguyen is also stunning. And the coffee farm in there is picturesque. On top of that, the weather in there is very pleasant. It's not super hot and not utterly cold. So people usually get away from scorching hot weather in Vientiane or Park Say to stay there a few days. Last but not least, the people there are very hospitable. I promise you, if you visit Champasak, you will receive a warm welcome from the locals. How often do you eat in a restaurant? Well, in all fairness, I envisage that it would depend on the circumstances. Like for instance, if I have the money, then as a consequence, I'll probably eat out in a Thai restaurant near my place 3 times a week. That's probably because the eateries in my countries tend to be pricey, especially the seafood. It usually costs me about 300,000 kips per meal, so that's lots of money for me. Whereas on the other hand, so if I'm hard up, then it's more only of eat homemade foods at home for the budgetary reasons. Yeah. Okay, that just some sample answers of the IELTS Speaking Part 1. Yeah, if you are watching this video, remember to comment your own idea and answer this question. That's what I'm asking in this video. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next video.